Welcome back. I'm Justin Vickery, and this is the Face of Dolola Model Search. Today we're in Central City, Colorado at the Teller House, which is owned and operated by the Central City Opera. We are so excited and privileged to be here today. This hotel was built in the 1800s and at one time was the most prestigious hotel in all of Colorado. Today we'll be doing our final photo shoot, which is an editorial shoot of the 3 largest gowns that designer Dee Vickery has created yet thus far and have yet to be shot in any type of photographic session. So stay tuned and enjoy.
Look so good, I can blow your mind. Look, 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 so good, I can blow your mind. Look, 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 so good. Look so good, I can blow your mind.
Okay, I'm Stan.
I'm Andrew.
We're from Image 191. Alright, so what's happening? We are shooting at this beautiful location, Teller House in Central City, Colorado.
It's Teller House.
Teller House.
I think it's a pretty cool place. It's just a very unique look to it, very Victorian.
Which would go really nice with the dresses.
Yeah.
They're big and you need a grand stage for these dresses, and I think this house will provide that for us.
I'm seeing a lot of wide angle shots, just including everything in the room, like windows and curtains, all the furniture that it has to offer. Just wide angle all the way, I'm thinking.
Cool. And you guys have a favorite model that you guys are in your mind? You don't have to tell me who it is, but...
Favorite model? I mean,
I think all 3 of them bring good qualities to the photos, but
it's like you're doing the whole Donald Trump.
Yes. Well, he's already
Who's the weakest? Who's the weakest player?
This is what he's doing. He's eliminating right now. He's getting on camera so that he can pass it on to models.
I'd say Gary Busey was the weakest player.
My name's Andrea Tucker, the owner of Studio, a collective of stylists. Today we are looking forward to doing the last shoot with Dolola Couture in their wonderful model search, The Face of Dolola. We're working with our last 3 models, really dwindled it down to the 3 that are really going to make this a really tough decision, I think, in my opinion. So in keeping the makeup fairly simplistic but very elegant, I'm giving the model that capability to feel gorgeous and like she can mold herself into whatever garment she might be wearing. So we're going to keep it light, still beautiful. We want them to feel absolutely gorgeous, but again, something that's very transitionable between each item so that, you know, they can really become the Dolola dress.
This dress actually was my first dress that went out for Colorado Fashion Week. This is called the Lola. It's named after my mom, and it goes off of the sexiness of what she was, but also how I see my mom, and that's been for the most part of my life. Since I was a teenager, I've had to visit her in the cemetery. So each one of those flowers represent how I see my mom, which is in a cemetery. And the green, I picked the green, well, because green makes you kind of want to puke, and that's what I want to do every time I'm there is puke because I miss her. You know, she was a very dynamic woman, but also a very sexy woman. And so that kind of shows that, you know, part of how I saw my mom and how I wish that she didn't have to go the way she did. And so the white represents how pure in my head she was, and still to this day she is to me. So that's the Lola. And then my second piece was the Dolola dress that I showed down for Red Ball that Ksenia wore, and it actually says Dolola on it, the name Dolola. And I came to that piece, and it was a collaboration of me and my mom together. Like if I were to think that she was alive right now, most likely we would have probably butt heads a lot because we're both equally strong women. And as I was getting into womanhood, like the fight of us, kind of like me wanting to be sexy and have the side corsets, and her probably wanting to stay tamed down because she had a wild life, and probably being a little bit wanting me to stay conservative. And just the massive part of the dress is her and I together, like the massive explosion in a room that would happen. I'm assuming that if she was still here, which would happen. So that was the meaning behind the big, massive dress and the Dalola together. And then the last dress that went down for Red Ball was actually created in my head over all women in general, because that's what I work with the most. And the best representation that I could think of in my head of a woman would be Eve. And so that dress, actually a lot of people think that it's flowers, and it is in a way, but how I really got to that idea is it's a snake coil. So we rolled them like snakes, and so that's the deception of Eve, and then the red is the strongness of a woman, and also the sexiness up on top is how sexy a woman can be and deceptive at the same time. And so that's her bold power, is being Eve, and the power that a woman has, and her sexuality. So that's what that dress represents. Hi everyone, welcome to the Face of Dalola contest. It's been really fun and also challenging at the same time. We've been down to the final 3 people, and each one of the girls that even ever put their applications in for the Face of Dalola, everyone is fun and unique and all had this spirit about them. And the last 3 girls I actually got to work with and be more one-on-one with, and it's so hard to be here and to have worked side by side with these girls and then have to make a pick. And you know, I know I've had a lot of critics along the way of the contest, and this honestly isn't meant to hurt anyone's feelings. It's actually just kind of putting Colorado on the map and making us understand the dynamics of fashion, that it takes an awesome photographer, an awesome hair and makeup team, it takes the designer, and it takes the model to create a look. And so here we are, we're at the final picks, and you know, I don't have anything to say about any of the models negatively. They were all very fun to work with. And so I just kind of want to go over awesome things about Susie. Is that Susie she had so much fun in each dress. And when she got put into the dresses, she just totally created this fun, I don't know, the way that she moved her body and the things that she did on site that day was really fun to watch. I think you can see that she had fun in the Dalola dresses, and I'm going to totally love working with Susie in the future. Aspen. Aspen. I've worked with Aspen many times. As you all know, she actually wore my grand finale dress that went down at Red Ball, the big red dress. And I've had her model a couple of other times for some wedding dresses, and I have loved working with Aspen in all of the times that I've had to work with her. She is just, you know, when you think of a model, you think of Aspen. She is just she's a perfect hanger and a perfect runway model, and just a lot of fun to work with. And as you all know, I really love working with Aspen. My final pick for Dalola Couture came down to just looking, what was I looking for this 1 year? And this doesn't mean that you won't see the other girls throughout the year. It just means that this girl is going to be the girl that rocks the runway for the grand finale dress. She will be actually financially rewarded today and throughout the whole year. And you know, when I was sitting back watching the process of things, it was really interesting because I would always sit there and thoughts always went through my head of, oh no, this is what I was looking for. Oh no, this is what I was looking for. And when I really was quiet and silent with myself and took a look at everything, and also referred to people around me, such as close friends and bridal stores, and most importantly, brides that I work with, everyone came to one conclusion, and that's that they loved Chloe. And I think that her personality showed through her pictures, which is Chloe just seemed to have had this awesomeness about her that she's bold, she's not afraid to do things. I could put her in any dress and she was like, okay, I've never done this before, but I'm okay with it. And her just sweetness of who she is as a person, but an intelligent woman, just shined. She was nice to every single person around, including the hair people, her other fellow contestants. She was always humble. She was always on time. She was the first to come and the last to leave in most cases. She was up for anything and everything with her hair. And I think that this is a great start for Chloe in the future. And I know some people are going, oh, you picked the girl that's never modeled before. And I'm going to absolutely say yes. Yes, I did. Because you know what? People believed in me long before anyone else believed in me. And you know, I believe in Chloe, and I think she's got a great future in modeling. And I would love for her to be trained and started with Dalola Couture. So thank you so much for following us on the Face of Dalola, and we hope you had a fun time watching. And as I said, this was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and this doesn't mean that I won't work with any of the girls that were applicants. It just means that this will be my face for the year, but you will see those other people throughout the year. So thank you so much, and thanks to the hair team. We had an awesome time, the photographers, and most of all, my husband and my son, Chance. They were behind the scenes of everything, and thank you to my family and supporter of all my clients that have watched this happen.